You are not who people thought you were. People had a certain vibe about you. They thought you was a certain way. They thought you was going to be at the bottom forever. They thought you was never going to measure up to anything. But you are proving people wrong about you. Everybody that doubted you, everybody that neglected you and rolled you off are now have to they now have to eat their words about you as a person, because you are not who they thought you were. See, they thought you was going to be homeless. You might have started off rough in life where people kicked you out. It could be your family that kicked you out of the family home. And you started off rough, trying to figure out life. And then mysteriously you started elevating and becoming successful. And I ain't talking about success where it's not noticed. I'm talking about success where everybody's starting to notice your success and where God is taking you and what God is doing in your life, despite how you started. You probably started off sleeping on an air mattress. Humble beginnings like that. A cooped up small apartment. Humble beginnings like that because of where you were and how you was raised, and being raised around poverty the whole time. But then mysteriously, you just started coming across different financial opportunities where you owned several businesses later on in life, and now you living in a mansion, got you 3-4 cars to your name, and a lot of money in your account, your bank. And then people are wondering, well, we thought this person was sleeping on that air mattress, because when they last saw you, that's where you were at. But now you're in a mansion, 5-6 bedroom house, 2 to 4 bathroom, 2-car garage, and a house is beautiful, and you live in lavish. You got a lavish lifestyle. That's the word. You literally got a lavish lifestyle, and people was like, wait, we thought this person was on an air mattress. We thought they was in a cooped up apartment. I thought you told me they was poor, broke, busted, and disgusted. You got people even in your own family thinking this about you, but they should have just mind their business. Mind your business. Just mind your business. Y'all remember that from the movie Fresh Prince, or the show Fresh Prince? They used to come on TV. Do y'all remember that? Where he told, when he was arguing, I guess, with the bully that Ashley had at school, and he told Ashley to tell the girl, and my name is Ashley, by the way, but the character on the show was named Ashley, Tatiana Ali's role. And she had this bully that kept messing with her at school. And Will Smith told her to walk up to her like this, shrugging her shoulders, and then told her to mind your business. Everybody just mind your business. When she get into it with her, when she see her again. But she was a big bully. Well, this is what I picked up from that. They just need to mind their business. These people that had all this to say about you, had all this mess to talk about you, gossiping about you, saying how you were on an air mattress, or you were almost homeless and didn't have nothing to your name, barely could pay your light bill, but refused to give you a helping hand when they knew you were struggling. But if it was you, you would have gave them your all. God said you ain't got to worry about these people no more. They out of your life for a reason. He removed them toxic, negative family members for a reason. He removed you from your hometown for a reason. And let these folks think what they want about you forevermore. Because you don't have to go back around them. You ain't got to see them. You ain't got to deal with them. And you ain't even got to help them if you don't want to. Because when you were in that place, they didn't help you. No, but they laughed. They gossiped to other people about you. Said how you would never be nothing. When you ended up surpassing them, but they said you would never be nothing. Now you're living lavishly And now they're looking at you in envy. Like, well, why she won't help nobody, or why he won't help nobody. It's not that you refuse to help people. It's just that you just don't have time for the mind games with people no more. And you thought about when you were in that situation, there was nobody there to lift a helping hand for you. But now, envious and hating on your success and where you are right now. This is why they had to get cut off. This is why you don't deal with these people. You would have helped these people all day long, but you know how they would have treated you and how they still view you as a person. But now that you know your worth and you prove people wrong, that you weren't always going to be on that air mattress or whatever impoverished situation you was in, they can't say nothing now because you got here by the grace of God alone. They was wishing the worst for you, a lot of people. Wishing bad on your life. Say you would never be nobody because they didn't want you to have nothing. But these people were not God. Who are they to tell you what you can and cannot have in this life? And what you're not destined for? These people are miserable. And this is why God don't bless people like this. Because they was too busy looking down on you when they know they had the hand to help you. They could have helped you, but they refused to help you. They refused to change their ways. And now that you're living lavish, well, they feel like you're too great for them. Or you might be too bougie for them. This is what these people think. You're too bougie to entertain them. It's not that you're bougie. It's just that you're not going to entertain no more foolishness. You know what you came from. You know that you struggled to get out of that situation and nobody was willing to help you. But instead, they talked about you, mocked you, and treated you like you was nothing. And then decided to go on their way without you and left you to basically swim on your own for yourself when the water was already high above your head. You had to literally swim to keep from drowning in financial debt, in poverty, in a crazy living situation. You were literally drowning. And nobody decided to help you while you were drowning. Nobody decided to even try to lift their hand up and say, hey, are you okay? But you would have did that for them. You would have did all that and then some. But they couldn't do it for you. Now that you prove people wrong about you, they see you for who you are now, and you ain't dealing with no more foolishness. Now they just in awe, in admiration, but also in shock that you the same person that they threw in the towel on, that they said wasn't going to be nothing, that they said wasn't going to be nobody. You are the same person that passed them up with your level of success. You that same person they look down on. And now you're in a greater place. You done moved away from your hometown. You done left that job that was barely paying you. And you started your own business. Now you're running several businesses, several companies where you can afford your lavish lifestyle. You give to charity. You live well and you're happy. You're literally happy. And people just don't understand. People don't understand what you had to go through to get out that place you were once in. They don't understand the hell that you had to go through to get to your heaven today. You are literally in heaven today compared to where you were before when these people last saw you. Now you're in heaven. You're living in heaven. You talk like you in heaven. You literally embodying angelic energy in front of a lot of people, and they don't recognize you. Your own family don't recognize you no more. You don't even give them the time of the day because you know that they still the same than how they were. And you the one changing and elevating for the better. So you refuse to give your time and energy to things and situations that's not for your better good. People are shocked that you are where you are today. You best believe it. They didn't think you was going to be where you are today because they thought so low about you. They thought the worst of you, a lot of people. But you proved them wrong. You proved them wrong by getting to your success. And that was your revenge. Your revenge was your success, despite your shortcomings and what you had to go through to get there. That was your revenge. And now these people got to shut their mouth about you. Matter of fact, they got to keep their mouth, keep your name out their mouth. That's what they got to do. God is making them keep your name out their mouth. Because every time they put your name in their mouth, they look up, you're doing something greater. They look back up, you're doing something better than before. Then when they look back up again, you're even in a better place than before. And they still stuck in the same spot. Yeah, they got to be forced to shut their mouths this season about you. And I know these people they weren't expecting that. But yeah, they got to shut their mouths about you this season. You done proved them wrong. You ain't got nothing to prove because your lifestyle and your lavish lifestyle where you living now is proving these people that once saw you on that air mattress or in that impoverished living situation with that small cooped up apartment, or better yet, if you was living in your car. If it ain't an apartment, you probably was living in your car. Not even on an air mattress. You were just in your car sleeping because you ain't have nowhere to go. And they laughed and mocked you. Now they see you doing well, see you doing great for yourself, see you in that house, that big, beautiful house that you go home to in peace and ain't nobody disturbing your peace. And you go home happy and well to it. These same people are just tripping out. They tripping out about where you are in your success right now after they rode you off and made fun of you from your living situation before. You keep proving these people wrong by keep being successful. And not only being successful, but keeping God as your number one source in your life. Look to God for everything. Look to the Heavenly Father for everything. And live righteous. And you're going to shut their mouths forevermore because God won't allow them to keep putting their mouth on a royal person like you ever again. And that's the message I got for a royal one. If you reach the end of this video, it's meant for you to hear this. And until next time. Oh, if you'd like to donate to my GoFundMe, I will put the link in the description box below this video. Or if this message is a blessing to you and you want to sow a seed, I will put my Cash App and ZELLE links in the description box below. And until next time, shalom.